Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
At that very hour, some Pharisees came and said to Jesus, "Get away from here, for Herod wants to kill you." He said to them, "Go and tell that fox for me. Listen, I am casting out demons and performing cures today and tomorrow, and on the third day I finish my work. Yet today, tomorrow, and the next day I must be on my way, because it is impossible for a prophet to be killed outside of Jerusalem. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often have I desired to gather your children together, as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you were not willing. See, your house is left to you, and I tell you, you will not see me until the time comes when you say, 'Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord.'" The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
You may be seated. I don't know about all of you, but I'm tired. There is a lot going on in the world that weighs heavy on us. It brings anxiety and stress that then comes out sideways sometimes in our interactions and experiences. Not to mention that we just passed 5 years since COVID was declared a pandemic and the world shut down. Our bodies are powerful, and they remember things in ways that we sometimes don't even know or recognize. And then, of course, in addition to these things, there's the regular hustle and bustle of life that seems to kick into full swing this time of year. The seasons are changing, schools begin their last quarter, and new life begins to burst forth in nature, and expectations on us and our lives are full. Plus, personally, in addition to these things, I'm extra tired from growing a baby. But we all have these personal things that compound on all that other stuff, right? And all of this is why I give thanks that the psalm reading this week provides so much peace and connection to God. I don't preach often on the Psalms, but this week, Psalm 27 stood out to me. It kept drawing me back every time I sat down and read the scriptures for the week. It seems like a message we all need to hear right now, and so I decided to jump in. One of my favorite aspects of the Psalms is that they were written by ordinary people. It's a gift to be able to relate to one another, to know that our struggles, our sorrows, our joys, our longings, our confusion, our pain, our love, and our wonder are all human experiences. They are relatable and they connect us together. And not just with others right now, but with generations past. The psalmists write from their own experience and aren't afraid to be authentic in their writing and reflections of life. They know what it feels like to be distant from God, or even to struggle to see where God is. They know the joy of God's blessings and honor ways of celebrating God's presence in their lives. They express difficulties with others, enemies especially, and they look to God for refuge. These are all experiences that I know some of us, at least in this room, have gone through. Maybe not all of them, but I'm assuming you've experienced one of those. The relatability of the Psalms brings peace and comfort. We are reminded of God's faithfulness and promises by other regular people who were devout in their faith. And today's psalm ends in verse 14, saying, "Wait for the Lord and be strong. Take heart and wait for the Lord," which is where my sermon title of Take Heart came from. If in our tiredness and all of the things that life throws our way, we can be reminded to take heart, we are already better off. This is something that we can cling to for support, strength, and connection with God. Reading the psalm verse by verse, And personally, reviewing it backwards, I saw extra hope and reassurance. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but actually, sometimes if you read things backwards, things stand out to you in different ways. Psalm 27 has so many beautiful nuggets that we can use as meditation phrases or breath prayers or guideposts. And I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I invite you to listen to some pieces of it and see what stirs up in you. Verse 13, this I believe, that I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Verse 8, my heart speaks your message. Verse 6, I will sing and make music to the Lord. Verse 5, for in the day of trouble, God will give me shelter. Verse 4, one thing I ask of the Lord, one thing I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. Verse 3, though an army encamp against me, my heart will not fear. Though war rise up against me, my trust will not be shaken. Verse 2, when evildoers close in against me to devour my flesh, they, my foes and my enemies, will stumble and fall. Verse 1, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom then shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Lent is all about ways to connect to God on a deeper level. Some people choose fasting from something. Others choose almsgiving, which means practicing generosity and giving things away, while others choose prayer. You might choose even two or all three. And whatever you do during Lent, the opportunity is there to connect with God more. To know that our relationship with God can withstand the waves of life because God is greater than it all. And when we are feeling too tired or overwhelmed or worn down, the simplicity of take heart can pull us back into God so that we can rest in God and be restored. Amen.